Yo, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Let's get right into this thing. I had to go live early because not only was the price doing crazy things, but my schedule today is really weird. And so I'm not actually going to be able to stay live for very long because I'll explain in a moment. But let me get this rolling here. I need to get my trading app open so I can actually trade with you guys. All right, cool. Hopefully we didn't go live as soon as it runs out of steam. I tried to go live as quick as I could. But let's see who we got. Thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate your support. Sidhu, what's going on with the number one? Nice, welcome back to it. Third, not bad at all. Invu, what's up, Shuba? Shuba, you were so close. You were so close. I think y'all sent it at the same time, but Sidhu's came through first on my end. Y'all were super close though, man. The king has his crown back. That's funny. Hey, what's up, Josiah? Hopefully to the moon this time. Yes. Hey, you made it, Roar. You made it just in time. Macy's was going crazy today. They'll have a toy store in 2020. Oh, that's crazy. I think wasn't Macy's going out of business? If so, yeah, I can understand the pump because it was probably super heavily shorted. What's up, Chaz Mandu? Al Rod, what's going on? Doge Noodle, welcome to the stream. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, share the stream with people you know. I'm going to go ahead and blast this out on Twitter because I didn't get to do that quite yet. And then we'll just roll. Oops. All right. Get the Discord group open in case y'all are talking in there. This is pretty cool, guys. This is one of the perks you get of being in the private group. And it's just that we're talking about these things so often that, you know, while we're actively looking at the charts, if you get a little lost on where to buy and where to sell, that's where the group comes in handy because we've already talked about these 2 points that we were going to hit today. So that's pretty neat. I'll go ahead and share my screen now and let's roll. Yo, what's up, Crypto Critter? Welcome back to the stream, man. Glad to see you again. Thank you, Josiah. Kind message there. What's going on, Breezy? Invu, Mariano, are you crab or octopus? I have no idea what that means. So I don't know. I don't like to eat octopus, but I do like crab legs. So maybe I'll just say, I want to say crab, but it feels like there's a double meaning there, so I have no answer. I'm just gonna roll with that. Dorota, what's going on? Welcome back. All right, guys, so basically, this is why I went live, and hopefully we're not at the very end. It always seems that happens, but there were two moves that we saw earlier that we could catch today. Once we saw a bounce off of, if you just go to the 4-hour time frame, you should always look from the top down. Never just look at the 1 minute time frame or only look at the the 3 or only the 15. You should always start from the top down and evaluate things from each different perspective that you can. And what I always do, 4 minute, 30 minute, and then maybe 15, and then 3. And that's usually where I stop. And then if I actually want to make an entry, that's when I go to the 1 minute. But if I'm not looking to make an entry, I'm not sitting on the 1 minute. It's either going to be like the 3, 15, 30, or 4 hour. So here, I'll look at how it looks from here. Then once you go down a bit, you can see some more detailed patterns a little bit closer up. All right. And then I'll knock it down to like the 3 and start looking at patterns that are forming right now. And, looking at those levels. That's the way to do it. And that also helps you avoid FOMO, because you're not always just looking at it like this and you're like, oh, look at all these candles. This big green one right here, that looks like it's going to be something. You can take a step back and say, oh, we're actually pretty far away from the support trend line here. We're far away from the next support and the main support. So maybe this isn't the best spot to enter, and then your FOMO disappears. So it really helps you get a better idea. Anyway, to get to the point here, if you just take a look at this, you'll notice that we've been bouncing off of this level here. I'll delete some of these boxes because they're no longer important. Like I said, you should keep your chart clean when you can. All right. And those lines are close together. Let me just expand. Okay, so you can see we started at this point here. This was pretty much our low, one of our lowest lows we've ever had. This was the last 29,000 dip. Went on a bull run, pulled back to here. If you continue that line, another bull run, we should be pulling back to that level. And you can see that's exactly what we did, and we hit it right there. And so that's good news. Now, if I start to zoom in a bit, you can see at this point on this bounce, we started to go horizontally straight into that line. We hit it, got a clean bounce off the 44,000 level, just like we expected. Had 44,000 whole number support, 44,000 support, trend line support, and so we got a nice strong bullish bounce. Our projections were, as long as we didn't just do a dead bounce here and flop and break through the trend line, we should see a nice typical move, at least to one of the key levels of resistance. First one was going to be 45, but once we did find there, and this is why yesterday a lot of you were talking about, like, should we buy, should we make an entry here? I want confirmation of a bounce, and confirmation of a bounce doesn't mean that we get to, you know, oh, we bounced off 44,000, now we're at 44,500. Because that's to be expected. I want to see it get above, you know, towards the next level, still look strong, maybe do a pullback and start working its way back there. Like some proof that the momentum is going to continue. I don't just want to blindly enter and hope. That is a 50-50 coin flip trade. Once I saw it look good at 45,000 a couple times, and on the 4 hour, we got the massive rejection wick that time of the 44,000 trend line support. Because you can see this was over 12 hours, these three candles. So we had the red one still hovering there, the green one, and then this last one, we got a massive rejection. And then we closed above the 45,000 level. So I said, okay, it looks like we're going to bounce. But we've got a lot of work to do because this candle right here, this massive red candle, is what we need to clear still. So that we're not, so kind of break this downtrend that we had right here. And you can see we got to a point right about here where we broke that downtrend, and exactly what we talked about, exactly what we were expecting. Good stuff. And yeah. You can see though now, even though we are still in this uptrend here, our momentum, and don't forget guys, hit the like button if you're here and enjoying this stream to support the channel. I do appreciate that. We're at 16 right now. I think we can do 30. I think we can get there. So yeah, you can see we have this massive break above 46 once we did clear it, because we hit it once here, rejected, sold off, held support above 45.5, and then went for another run back up to 46. Once we broke above it, you see a lot of whale buys kicked in and everything at the same time, massive momentum, and we just took off like a rocket. And then we got to this next point, did a flag here, broke to the top side of it, ended up doing a cup and handle out of it. And then it did fail a bit, but we made a nice little run towards 47. Now the hard rejection off 47 and the decision on what to do next. We're still deciding what to do next though, because we have not made a new low. So we're still up really high. As you can see, if you were just to draw a line from here over, so I'll do horizontal line from here. We've still been respecting that first pullback, that strong pullback, that level of support, and even this absolutely lower low, we haven't even gotten close to that one yet. So we're still in bullish territory, so people are still feeling good, still willing to give it a chance. And obviously that translates into Dogecoin, into some good things. But as you can see, this is still looking strong. A nice bounce here. There is some room to cover here, but if we can get back above 46.7, we could possibly see a continuation play back towards maybe even 48, but I don't think we go any higher than 48 today. That's the way it's looking. The reason I say that is because 48,000 was pretty much the last swing high that we had, right? Oh, didn't mean to do that. 48 since the crash has happened a couple months ago. And so we'd be making a new high today if we went well above 48,000. And just, you know, timing with the court hearing, the House hearing and everything, I don't really think this is the best time for a massive bull run breaking into new territory. because if anything, we want to get some confirmation come the 23rd that things don't go really badly for us. So I doubt any big money will be buying in much further than, you know, previous territory that we've already explored. So in my opinion, 48,000 is the resistance, absolute highest. 47,000 is the more reasonable resistance, where we might try a little bit here, and once people, if they notice that we're just losing momentum, we're going to sell off. We'll see a lot of profit taking and take us back down to 45-ish. So that's my guess. Now, if you go ahead and take a look over to Dogecoin, Dogecoin's doing very well and also hit our price target for Dogecoin. We said 32 cents was the level we were expecting it to stall out at. That should put it right at around 47,000 Bitcoin. But as you can see, Bitcoin was $200 short. That put us about 10 cents short. So that was still accurate, but yeah, very close. Now we just have to see what's going to happen next. But Dogecoin is just on a massive run today. You could see it's up 7%, whereas Bitcoin is only up 5.5%. Ethereum was doing well today as well, so it's doing just like Dogecoin at 6.5%. But you can see here that Ethereum even has a more bullish flag pattern happening here with the ascending triangle situation. Or just, you know, it's not really an ascending triangle, but just the way it looks with the lows getting higher, and it looks like it wants to push towards the top side more. Whereas Bitcoin is not even, it's not doing quite that same pattern. It's kind of more broken up. It fell at the bottom. You can see it looks more bearish there, but we know Bitcoin's the market leader, so that's the one to look at. So obviously that's one we're going to go by. But that's what we've got going on. So it just depends on what happens next. If we can still get some more green candles here, break above 46.7, then there's a high chance of a continuation. So that's pretty exciting. Hopefully you guys were able to catch some of this move already. But yeah, Dogecoin, guys, is absolutely killing it. If you want to know what my price targets are for Dogecoin, it was 32 cents was my high, my initial first price target to take profit at. And then my next price target would be no higher than 35 cents, but at this point it's looking like it would probably be about 33, maybe 34, but it doesn't look like it's going to go any higher than that. 33, 34 would put us right at around Bitcoin 48, which is where we shouldn't go any higher than. And then at that point, I'd probably just be kind of done, unless some crazy things started happening on Bitcoin and we make a run, we break 48 and make a run to 50. In that case, you could probably see anywhere from 35 to 37. But I don't think that's happening today. I think we are towards the top. I would be considering profit taking. I would have taken profit here. Actually, I did. Or I would also, if I was still in, just be looking at these candles very closely and considering the next profit taking opportunity if this doesn't break to the top side, and just lock in what I have and look for a re-entry later. But obviously, this is still playing out. Hasn't made, it's just done a pullback. Now it's consolidating, so you do want to let this play out and just see what's going to happen. But probably if it went under here, I'd just say, all right, no matter what happens next, I'm cutting, and then I'll get back in later. Hey, thank you, Skydive. Thanks for popping in. But that's where we're at, guys. So that's Doge. Now let's just see what happens here on this candle. But while this is happening, let's talk about Cardano for a minute, guys. Cardano absolutely popped off today. Went all the way up from $2 flat to $2.44. That is a massive 20% run. And it's pulled back about 6% now. But if you were in, and I was holding some as well, if you were in, you just passively made 20% today. So you're probably happy. You're probably very happy. And this is why I said Cardano anywhere in the twos is me buying, because Cardano has great news. It's going to give Ethereum a massive run for its money. And all you're going to see over these next couple weeks, as it gets closer to the smart contracts going live on Cardano, it's hype building up and more people taking notice and buying into the network. That has so much potential to increase in value exponentially. So Cardano is a massive bullish play. When you don't know what else to do, look for a dip on Cardano and just try and hold it for like a week. And I can almost guarantee you within 7 days, there will be one bullish green run like what just happened. But everything has its bad days. All right, so we're losing a little bit more momentum than I like. This is probably a point where I would just sell on Dogecoin and wait for what's next if I didn't already. If I was holding from like 28, 29, 30, and I was looking for a short-term trade, yeah, this is I'm not liking it. We're getting into that H of Doom territory where it usually just falls through the bottom support, and it looks like it wants to go under 3150 here. But I would probably just, since I'm already here, give it to the red line and just wait. Wait to see if it's going to break it or not. Just if you waited this long, you might as well continue to be patient. So, because you could have sold here or you could have sold here, but now you might as well just wait and see if it's going to hold above this red line or not. And let's just say conservatively 3150. All right. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what's happening. I also did want to make note of the other news that we've got going on, and maybe I should just update the title here. And that's that we have some breaking news on Shiba Inu. All right, and a lot of you guys don't care about SHIB, but this is just another coin. I am not into the rivalry. I could care less about Shiba Inu and the community differences and whatnot. It's another coin to trade, so it's another token where you could possibly make money. Even though I'm not a big fan of it or the community, I trade it when there's profit, so it doesn't even matter. Big news for Shiba Inu, and that's that it is going live on Webull very, very soon. And this is something that not a lot of people are aware of. So this is a potential opportunity to buy in before the hype move kicks in, because usually that happens when a lot of people realize what's going on, and it hasn't happened yet. So I'm running the beta Webull app, so I get a lot of things earlier than other people do, including user interface overhauls and other things like that. But I got a notification today from Webull saying that Shiba Inu was going live. They were going to start testing the Shiba Inu beta testing Shiba Inu on Webull, and asked if I wanted to join. And that was natively in the app, and I'll just prove that I'm not making this up by going here. All right, and this was now 17 hours ago, but I haven't seen a lot of articles on this yet. So what I'll do is zoom in a bit so you can read this right off my phone. All right, right here. Let's see if that'll focus. There it is. It says SHIB USD, Shiba Inu, is now on beta testing. If you would like to join the beta test, just comment, I want to join Shiba beta, and you will be added to the whitelist to trade it. So that's that, which means it's also probably going to be going live very, very soon. And if you just go to Shiba Inu on Webull, you can see the charts here and everything now. So you can actually check Shiba Inu prices from Webull, which you weren't able to do for a while before. And then you can also see right there at the bottom that it says that the cryptocurrency is under test and it's not tradable at the moment. But you know, when it says that it's under test, that means that it's coming soon, and they're just making sure it's working. So the reason that matters is because if you're looking for a play that you can trade really soon and get a quick percentage gain, and then maybe dip out and go back to something else that you are more comfortable with, once this is a catalyst for SHIB coin, right? SHIB token. One of the main problems with Shiba Inu, in my opinion, is just that it's been so hard to access. And you know, you'd have to use like Uniswap or now Shiba Swap or one of those decentralized exchanges is kind of the only way that you can get your hands on SHIB, unless you use crypto.com. But you know, there was then the rumor it was going to Coinbase, that fell through. But now we've got it on a really readily available, easy to use platform, Webull, which is only second to Robinhood in ease of use, and also second to Robinhood in like the beginner retail trader community using the platform. That's really good for something like Shiba Inu as well, because a lot of the people that are into these more like meme coins, I guess you could say, are beginner traders. So you're exposing SHIB to the right group of people. That's just going to increase trading volume substantially, which will cause the price to have way more potential to go up. So it's a really big catalyst for them. And so I'm going to be buying some SHIB token just to see what happens. Not a lot, but you know, it could be a 30% gain or something like that. Again, just like we caught before with the Coinbase announcement. So that's great. So yeah, there's another thing there, but that wasn't really the focus of the discussion. Just wanted to make everyone aware of that. Just keep your eye on SHIB for some scalp trades or, a short-term, mid-term swing trade. That could be a good moneymaker. But that's really big news for Shiba Inu. Huge news. Dogecoin still selling off a bit, but it's respecting 3150 support. I just don't like lower highs and lower lows. So if it breaks below 3150, I'd probably just be out. Even at this point, I'd be considering it because it looks like we're definitely losing steam here. But there's still going to be a chance of a continuation once we head back down towards these two levels, closer to 31 cents flat support. So we'll see how it plays out. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for that. All right. What the heck sees crab rock? Yeah, I have no idea. That's your problem. Never know when to sell. That's a common problem. When to buy, when to sell. It's easier said than done for sure. And there's the fall through. This making this lower low, though we wanted to give it room to breathe, that was the first warning sign, and this was a fake out green bullish candle. It just turned into a dump. So I definitely wouldn't be in right now. What's up, Art and Doctor? Yes, what's going on? Yeah, Art with me and Dr. Derbs. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you guys. Thank you again for supporting the group. And Josh, thank you. Bitcoin holders rankings. Everyone, please, let's all hit the like button to get this one trending. Thank you. Appreciate that, Josiah. Yeah, guys, smash the like button if you haven't already. No, it doesn't do any good if you unlike and like, unfortunately. Took profits 3% equals 1,600 today. Not bad. That's not bad at all. $1,600. Yeah, you don't usually get that at a day job. That's for sure. And regardless of what happens next, guys, it's not about that. It's about trading properly. So it doesn't matter if you trade properly and then you're wrong. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Trading properly, and it does not matter what happens next. You just get back in properly if you realize that the price didn't go in the direction you would have hoped. That is all there is to it. A $50 ADA would be the same price market cap of a Bitcoin right now. Yeah, that's true. That is true. ADA got 2 cents away from breaking their all-time high. So close. But that was probably a great time to short as well. So that's probably why I didn't make it. And what's up, Angel? Secured the bag in Cardano. Glad to hear it, man. Stupid question for hats, but would the price of Cardano ever reflect the price of Ethereum one day, once upon a time? The market cap could, but not the actual price per token. And that's because there's just a different amount of tokens in circulating supply. So the thing you've always got to factor in is not just the price of a token, and this is how people that know what they're doing, like market manipulators and whatnot, this is how they get beginner traders, is they bait them in with really cheap tokens without factoring in how many of them are actually out there, because the market cap at the end of the day is what's important. And to get market cap, you take the price of the token times how many of them are out there, and that's how you get the worth of it. So if we went to coinmarketcap.com, all right, and we'll look at Ethereum has 117 million tokens in circulation. That's it. Whereas Cardano has 32 billion tokens in circulation. So there is a major difference there. About 300. What difference is that? You add 2 zeros. So about 250 times more tokens in Cardano than there are in Ethereum. So that means for these two things to be matched up, Cardano would be 200. The price of a ADA token would be 250 times cheaper than the price of an ETH token to be at the same value. So you can't really compare like apples to apples directly. You got to look at the circulating supply. But if you just do the quick math, you could see that Cardano's market cap is 75 billion, 365 billion on Ethereum. Quick math here would tell you that about 4 to 5x would get you here. So that's about the growth rate that you could say Cardano has if its value is right on par with Ethereum. So, 4 to 5x, $2. So that would put us at about $10. And this is in the bear market, by the way. Obviously, once we get into, the bullish run, Bitcoin back to 60, Ethereum back to 4,000, Cardano will have more room to run to like 11, 12, 13, and all that good stuff. And then so on and so forth as the markets continue to go up over time. What's the music that I play? So I use a platform specifically for content creators. It's royalty-free music, so you can still run ads and advertisements and whatnot without getting demonetized. But the platform is called Epidemic Sound, and I use the alternative hip-hop trap. Here's the playlist: alternative hip-hop, trap, instrumentals. Those are my filters, or I'll do mainstream hip-hop trap instrumentals, and it just gives like relatively calm but still kind of might get you bobbing a little bit, good beat music. Oh, that's from my work, ignore that. All right, going back to Dogecoin, now you can see, like I said, we'll definitely have taken profit here, or here, or here, or here, because this portion is just going to be the inevitable part, the massive sell-off that's going to come next. And let's take a look at what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's not selling off quite as hard, but it wasn't running up as hard either. So you're seeing more of we had a hype move up and now a sell-off of that hype. Ethereum's stable with Bitcoin as well, but this is probably going to dump next. Cardano, on the other hand, kind of the same deal, just moved up with way more volatility with the market, but it could be about done as well. Back to Dogecoin. Yeah, steep sell-off, probably coming back towards 3120. Is Webull free? Yes, Webull is free. If you want a link to sign up, there is a link in my description that will give you a referral, like a referral bonus. If you go down like 3 things that says referral links for free stops with Robinhood and Webull, just click that link and follow it. It's also in the Discord group in the social media and referrals tab, if that's easier. But you can't transfer out of Webull. They don't support wallets, at least with Doge. They don't. Yeah, no wallets on Webull or Robinhood for crypto yet. Bought SHIB directly on Voyager. Nice. Okay, Voyager could be another recommendation from Steven. Voyager. Just bought 21 million SHIB. Normally I'd like to do my research, but brother, you are my research. Appreciate that, Josh. Yeah, here's the thing. It's a low risk play, and that's the thing. If it was a super high risk play, I wouldn't recommend it. There is still the chance that you can lose some money, but we already know that SHIB is relatively stable at the 7,000 to 8,000 level of support. We're at 8,000 right now. There's not much more room down. The all-time low on SHIB recently was like 6 when Bitcoin was down at like 29,000. So there's not that much money to lose. But this is an announcement for a scarce coin to sparse coin to get listed on a major exchange and be exposed to a lot more traders and volume. So in my opinion, that's a risk to reward that I would take any day. Kind of a percentage chance. I have only 1,600,000 SHIB. I will hold for like 2 to 3 years to hit 1 cent or something like that. Hey, you never know. What do I think about Cardano? Cardano is the play right now, in my opinion. If I could pick any cryptocurrency play of any of the top dogs, I'm not talking about the up-and-coming ones that are going, randomly 1,000% out of nowhere and you just have to be there to be there. I'm talking about the more sure plays, top 20, top 30 market cap. Cardano, in my opinion, is the play. Now, Dogecoin obviously is our baby. We're going to keep trading that anytime there's volatility. But I'm saying if you're looking for a play that you could throw money in and just come back in a month and probably have a lot more money, in my opinion, that's going to be Cardano. Cardano number 1, Ethereum number 2, Dogecoin number 3, or Dogecoin tied for second with Ethereum, and then Bitcoin number 3. Hey guys, I can't stay on very long. The reason I went on very abruptly and early is because they scheduled a work meeting, and that's going to be in 40 minutes. So I got to get off, finish my other work that I cut off early, and then be ready for the work meeting. So the stream won't be very, very much longer. Ada's my girl. I think we'll be doing Ada live stream soon. Nice. Yeah, that's probably, I could see it happening, man. Ada is taking over, and the market cap, the price per coin, everything is starting to show that people are interested. How do I feel about XRP overall? I don't like how other people feel about XRP overall, and that's where I usually derive most of my opinions. The general majority, how do they feel about something? Yeah, thank you, Matt, again, for bringing Crypto Critter and some of the others over. Appreciate that again. But yeah, I just generally, I look at how other people feel about a service that kind of know what they're talking about, at least, or even just retails in general. And I usually get an opinion based off how, what's the social sentiment regarding that product. Most people don't seem to appreciate XRP very much. Yes, fundamentally, it's got some good, specs, which is, at the end of the day, very important. But a lot of people aren't liking the fundamentals behind, like, how they actually operate. I heard some people complaining about them being too centralized, and then they've been getting in hot water with lawsuits and everything. So it just puts them in a bad spot. If they can ever get to but that means that they're in a bearish state most likely overall. But if they can ever flip to people kind of being cool with them, there's probably a lot of room to run up. But I just don't like, you could be some of those people that speculatively buy at the bottom, or what you think is the bottom on like failing cryptos or things. But in my opinion, I like to kind of go for things that I can really see pretty clearly, like what the future is going to be for that. And XRP at this moment is a little too uncertain. Exodus wallet is really user friendly and has a lot of beef rare coins, but they'll get you on the transfers. Okay. I'll check it out. Mr. Helm, what's going on? Yeah, Rick's got it down. Yeah, XRP is a bit shady, but I think you can make some money off of it. Exactly. That's kind of where I'm coming from. It's a bit too shady for me to recommend, but there could definitely be some money in it. But being that a lot of the viewers here are like newer traders, I typically tend to stay away from the shady ones. Only recommend the ones that I think are obvious plays, and then on top of that, only recommend buying and selling at obvious times. And because my goal is to help you guys make profit, assuming that you're not already very profitable on your own consistently, or just giving recommendations to people that already know what they're talking about. It's always nice to watch and see what other people are interested in and what their plans are. But giving very high or low risk, high reward, high probability plays out. Hate to admit it, but holding 200 mil SHIB since SNL when I entered crypto. Ooh, so you're holding the bag. I know SHIB really spiked, so ouch. But yeah, I mean, same with the Dogecoin community. There's a lot of people holding from SNL, up at 60, 70 cents. So we're all in this thing together. Pre-market crash holdings. I would say that what the government did, destroying documents on a legal case against XRP, is shady in and of itself. What do we think about all that? I haven't looked too much into it. Honestly, just hearing about them going to court and stuff and not really seeing a lot of people talk about it too much is what turned me off a bit. So since then, I haven't been researching it heavily. But that's only because there's so many coins. Like, you have to put up your own set of filters in order to stay focused and keep up to date, because there's just thousands of coins and they're all constantly getting updates and they're all constantly rotating throughout the public eye, and trying to catch the moves of the ones that have the highest probability to break out and make you money. Like, you have to decide, well, what are my filters going to be, so that I can narrow down what I want to actually be looking at and not looking at. And so XRP, it just got filtered out. So I'm not saying there's anything underlying wrong with it and that it won't take off one day, but it didn't pass my filter. The hit was quick. It went straight up and I dumped it. Nice. You're the man. Thanks for the great stream, man. Yeah, appreciate that, Matt. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for putting me onto that dancing Doge I got to. It changes my whole vibe. My whole mood, man. For sure. I like the cool rocket I got, too. Happy I became a member. Yeah, it is pretty neat. And then the longer you're a member, the rocket gets upgraded. So that's cool. See how like Josh and Rick, they've got like the beefier rockets. That comes after, I think, 1 month. So it just as an extra incentive. If you like the rocket, you get an even nicer rocket. But yeah, thank you. And thank you for supporting the channel by joining the member group. Well put. Thank you. Hut. Mine's bigger. Yeah, Josh, bragging about your rocket, man. All right, ADA, bit of a curl here. Could still dump. You could see ADA still wants to go up. People are still bullish. You can just tell by the price action. Ethereum, people look like they're about done. Looks like they want to see some big red candles here. Bitcoin, about done. Dogecoin, kind of in a weird head and shoulder situation, even though that's not usually how they look. You can just see like shoulder, top, shoulder, same exact spot. Looks like it's definitely about to dump and sell off, guys. But, you know, we always get surprised every once in a while. But if I were to guess, that's just the signals that it's given out so far. To the moon or too soon? A bit too soon, but we did get a nice little... We inched a little closer to the moon today, but we're not headed straight there, not yet. But we can still say it, to the moon. What's up, James Johnson? And really what we got to do is just wait, because we've still got the main levels of support on Bitcoin below us, guys. So don't forget. It's not, like I always say, it's not over till it's over. I would say it's over once we dump below this area, which was right around 46.4. If we go below 46.4 and hold below it, then we could pretty much comfortably say it's over until next time. Whether that's within the next few minutes, if it dumps and then comes back up or something, or if it's next week. But we have not even gone under the first two levels of key support here. So it's too soon to say it's really over. And that's why I'm still being careful with my choice of words here. We haven't broken below support. All we've done is lost some steam, but we're still trading horizontally. So, for the sake of not getting faked out, don't want to make any strong assumptions. All right. And this really could take off a part 2 here. I wouldn't really be surprised, because we're holding very, very well at these levels. It's just being patient and waiting for it. I would have sold, honestly, here was the obvious spot, as close to 47 as possible. Anywhere here, even if it was here, I'd just be waiting. Am I familiar with the Ichimoku cloud indicator? If so, do I use it? I've heard about it, but I have not really tried to use it myself. There's a channel on YouTube. Hang on. I'll find it later. Can't find it. But if you go to this channel's pretty good. Go to Trading Rush. They have all these videos on all the different indicator combinations, and this guy has some elaborate system that he put together where he executes, like, has thousands of trades execute and calculates the win rate of using the indicators together. And surprisingly, just using some of the simpler combinations is what the most profitable trades came from. So that was pretty interesting. Simpler indicators and simpler trading strategies. Trading Rush. Can you give us an order to sell Doge and at which price it can? Should we buy again to make some profit? Doge sell would have been right now or prior, anywhere close to 32 cents. A rebuy in, I mean, honestly, if you just want to be in case there's a second leg, Doge's price action is a little weird. You would have hoped we were right here, but now we're at 31.50. We're near a support level. If you really want to take that chance, you could start scaling in anywhere from 31.2 to here where we are literally right now. And you know, the higher up you are, the less you want to go in, and just hope there's a continuation. I will say on Bitcoin, there looks like there might be a continuation, but also looks like it might sell off. My recommendation probably would be to just wait. Even though we're near support, I just don't particularly like this. Yeah, it could take off, and Dogecoin could pop up half a cent here. But that's just, you know, we've gotten far away. We've been trading horizontal for such a long time. Obviously, trading volume has decreased. If I'm trying to recommend a trade to you and really hope I don't lose you money, my recommendation would probably be to not enter at all. But obviously, you can do it at your own risk. But yeah, we're pretty much out of steam, guys. Like I said, unless we can bounce off here and break above 47,000, we're not really going to see much higher movement today on Dogecoin, unless something happens other than Bitcoin movement. And if we do break up, we're probably only going to 48, which could be Dogecoin like 33. So there's about 1.5 to 2 cents left maybe to get. It's not that much. We made most of our move already today. I believe you'll like it if you learn. Take a look sometime when you have the time. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. But yeah, so basically just keep an eye on this. If it starts looking strong, making, you know, Bitcoin breaks above like 46.7, starts looking good again, maybe look at Dogecoin, see if it's at a decent spot, start entering in expectation that we're, you know, gaining some more momentum and we're going to break above this level again and continue. Other than that, yeah, it's just a weird moment in time here. So no strong recommendation. But as time goes on, of course, in the Discord group, we'll be chatting it up and talking about, you know, the play-by-play. But guys, I do have to run. I've got that meeting in a half hour I got to prep for. So thank you all for hanging out today. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not. And that way you'll be here tomorrow. Or if anything crazy happens today, if I go back live, you'll be here for that. If you want some more play-by-play information. So, and thank you again for helping me reach my goal of 3,500 subs. So appreciate that. If you're scalping, I would have probably sold right about now. This is like a 50-50 area. So yeah, I would take profit, but you could also be on the other side looking to buy, hoping that it goes above 47,000. But if you do that, it's probably not going to go much higher than 1 or 2 cents. So it's a riskier entry than it is a sell point. So I'd be more biased towards just closing my trade here. And unless something seems really obvious, not doing anything else until it falls. Thanks, bro. That's the best channel. Really? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Rick. Like I was saying, go ahead and subscribe if you have not, so you can lock the channel in. Of course, this will be re-uploaded, so give it about 30 minutes if you want to watch it back. That will be live then, and you can also follow me on Twitter if you so please. But link at the top of the description if you want to check out some merch on my website, myhodlwear.com, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Dr. Derbs, thanks for the analysis. Absolutely. Cheers, Doge Noodle. All right, everybody, have a great evening, and I will chat with you guys later on.